This is Incomplete Experiences. So as we move through life, we develop a taste in our daily perceptions. So did you know that? Just like, you develop a taste for something that you're eating, you develop a taste in your daily actions for your perceptions. And that is a taste for the things that you desire and the things that you don't desire. So you say things like, I like that. I don't like that. That makes me happy. That makes me sad. Guarantee you'll be saying things like that today. And whether or not you vocalize them, you'll be saying them to yourself. So this process of sorting events, that's what it is. It's a process of sorting. And it's an important process to be able to do. But most of the time it's being done unconsciously. This is my what was I going to say there? This is my point today. Remember, after I do these kind of live shows here, I always do a polished up, edited version, shorter, about 5 minutes or so for the podcast, just audio. So the process of sorting events, people, and happenings is based on preferences, and it becomes second nature and gets built into your unconscious sense-making machine. So what that means is this process of sorting things, what I like, what I don't like, it gets built into your sense-making machine. And what I mean by your sense-making machine, it's not just your brain, it's your brain and this virtual reality suit, your 6 senses that are constantly receiving and perceiving things. That's happening on autopilot. Until I just told you that, you didn't even know that it was happening right now. So that's what I mean by your sense-making machine. So it gets built in on autopilot. I like this. I don't like this. This is happy. This is sad, good, evil, right? So we have this automatic, just like our stress response system, it's automatic, it's knee-jerk. So it's functioning as a preference and protection machine. That's what your sense-making machine is doing. It's protecting you, and it's also giving you access to perceived perceptions. So it's crucial that we become aware of this unconscious sorting system. So that's the first step, is just say, holy shit, that's happening right now. Wow, right? So that's what it means to go from asleep to awake, just to say, wow, that's happening. I think he might be right. So it's crucial to become aware of this unconscious sorting machine and acknowledge that, like the stress response system, we make these decisions, these sorting decisions. I like this, I don't like this. We make these decisions on an instant or in an instant and on autopilot. That's the awakening right now. Our sorting system, you see where I'm going here, happens without you knowing it. So you might actually say you don't like something, but you're not even giving yourself the chance to see if you do like it. It's part of your program. So let's go on. Also important to observe that many of these decisions differentiating good versus bad have been learned. I've talked before about learned helplessness, have been learned and programmed by others, AKA our MFTPS, mother, father, teacher, preacher, and society. That which we consume every day ends up being what we assume every day, right? So that's going on right now. And from our unique life experience, right? Can you see how our ability to make these distinctions of good versus evil may be swayed or skewed by your programming, which has come from your programmers, your MFTPS, and not based on actual fact? Nor does it allow you, because when you have this automatic preference, making machine or preference perceiving and protecting machine, it's like your brain is on right protect, meaning you're not open to other things. So nor does it allow you to make up your own mind. You can't make up your own mind when your unconscious machine is running. Have you ever found yourself doing that? Right? You don't even have the opportunity to like something because you automatically knee-jerk say that it's not for you, or that person's not for you. This opportunity is not for you. We all have our arms crossed with our crocodile brain, that just says no automatically. And sometimes it helps us, but a lot of times it doesn't. So nor does it allow you to make up your own mind as to what you prefer at that time. Those 3 words come from my book as well. If you can learn how to say at this time at the end of a sentence, rather than put an exclamation point on it as if it's forever, I like to say at this time, because it leaves me open for the fact that a minute later, I might have the opportunity to change my mind. I like opportunities to change my mind. So at this time, I love when my kids, for instance, parents, you'll love this. I love when my kids tell me that they like don't like something like salad or like a broccoli or tomatoes or something like that, and they haven't even tried it. I love when kids do that and say, no, I don't eat that. I don't try that. They don't even know. So there's proof of this automatic sorting machine that's going on. So this gets sticky. Here's the point. This gets sticky because we naturally turn away from the programmed perceptions of bad experience, programmed perceptions of bad experiences, with the intention of moving on. That's why we do it. However, this prevents us from taking the time and necessary investigation. So I teach something in my book called holographic vision, which means to not only see the whole picture, but walk around it and take your time and assess it the event or the person and what they're saying, assess it from all angles, not just the angle of your perceived program, right? You getting this? So I love feedback, by the way, because sometimes I wonder if I'm just crazy. But so this gets sticky because we naturally turn away from the program perceptions of bad experiences with the intention of moving on. However, this prevents us from taking the time and necessary investigation to come to terms with the negative event, which leaves that incomplete experience. That's what it is. When you see something and your right protected brain says, I don't like that, because you didn't even give yourself a chance to check it out. It's an incomplete experience. So you're just leaving tracks like turds in the road of incomplete experiences because you didn't even give yourself the opportunity or gain access to seeing if it's an experience of value. See, the universe is sending you valuable things all the time, signs and insights. We always pray and we hope for things, and every morning you wake up with a heartbeat and breath. You have everything that you've ever prayed for, but then the universe lines you up with people and things and events that are very, very important for you to level up to the next level. But because your automatic processing and protecting system is just saying no, yes, without even thinking about it, you're leaving all these incomplete experiences. One of the things I teach in my book is how to go back, not to go back and relive the past, but to go back and assess the past with your new evolved brain through the new lenses that you have. So this both supports the defensive victim and the fear-based approach of perception, and tells our perception and response system that it's working fine, right? So we have this autopilot, and it's there. It's kind of like ego-driven, and it's there to protect us, and it's giving us the perception that, hey, everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm going to create some shirts that we're going to sell through our new brand that says, I'm fine, right? I'm just fine, right? I love those. So like a wave, here's the way these events happen, right? Like a wave that approaches, builds, then resolves and dissipates on the shore, we must learn how to allow this to happen with experiences. We must learn how to take some time for the wave to approach, build up, crown, and then dissipate on the shore. It could be good for you, it could be bad for you, but rather than just allow our knee-jerk reaction. That's the idea. So the interface response system, which is what I've created, interface response system helps us do this by putting a pause on things and just saying, that's why I said, Imagine what would happen if you got out of the way of your potential today and went all the way in and followed through and stopped living this lie that you potentially have it, live sometimes, and do what it is in your heart and in your gut. Imagine what would happen if you just released your potential today, right? So that's the idea of just pausing for a second and just pondering something as an observer. So the interface response system helps us do this and prevents the buildup and the plaquing of incomplete experiences. Just think of the plaquing, like plaque on a teeth, which I hate, by the way. If I could wish for anything in life, it would be the removal of plaquing or something like this. Wouldn't it be cool if you never had to take care of your teeth? This is a valuable lesson in there, but I'm just not a dentist fan, that white knuckling on the dentist chair, but I guess it's important. So you have this plaquing of incomplete experiences and negativity of our subconscious mind, which develops into a negative mindset or chip on our shoulders. That's what happens. you start to develop this. Once again, things you don't know. So press pause today and acknowledge this. Acknowledge this is all going on, and free yourself from this process and allow experiences to be observed from start to finish before making your decision. Allow experiences to be observed from start to finish before you make your decision today. That's all you have to do. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but just allow that to happen. You might find that your knee-jerk perception is now out of date. Your knee-jerk perception, your sense-making, perception and protection machine, it may be very, very good chance out of date right now, and it's been skewed by your past program. Do you see why it's so important to have a morning structure and take that rise up with challenge? It's not about achieving a goal. It's about reminding yourself to not let yesterday's program boot up today because it no longer applies. Make sense? Love and appreciate you. Great morning to you, Jonathan Young. Guys, love and appreciate you. I'm just having so much fun with chaos. Just love the idea, like with my wife, of just falling in love as things fall apart. Falling apart is part of falling in love with life. You would not understand the value of warmth without cold, the value of light without dark. So embrace everything, embrace the suck. Join us in the Rise Up with Dragon Facebook community where all these are streamed, our YouTube channel, our social media. Please subscribe and share our podcast, which is exponentially growing. Love and appreciate you all. Have an amazing day, and I will see you tomorrow at 7:30.